Judge, this is a case of the Brooks.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Brooks, it looks like you filed this case. Tell me what's going on.
Well, actually, I'm here today because I really feel like my counterpart here, my co-parent, she is intentionally working just to not even pay or help out in child support. I am a full-time father. I'm also a full-time employee, and I don't get as much money on a week-to-week basis. And I'm really looking for just a little help or support in what we created together. And it seems like she's kind of trying to run out on her responsibility in this with me, and I don't think that's fair.
What do you mean she's trying to run out on her responsibility? What do you mean by that?
Meaning trying to dodge the fact of, getting this child support, or being able to pay something to help me out.
Have you ever asked her, ma'am, you have your opportunity to speak. Have you ever asked her to pay child support or give you some money for the child?
Exactly. I've asked her to help out with some of the expenses that our child incurs throughout, even like a regular school year, or to maybe go attend different events, But
what type of expenses are you speaking about?
Well, I'm speaking of expenses maybe like as far as childcare, all right, tuition. Because I prefer that our child gets maybe a better education other than maybe what the public system will provide. And so I'm looking for just a little help on her behalf. This is something we created.
Okay, ma'am, what he's asking for is not unreasonable. You're not willing to do that?
Yana, it is unreasonable.
How is it unreasonable?
He knows I'm disabled, for one.
What is your disability?
I hurt my leg.
Okay.
So I'm not able to work as I would like to. And he knows that.
Now, the judge is being pretty fair here. Child support isn't about what's fair for the parents. It's about what's fair for child. And let's be honest, the argument that she can't contribute at all, that's not going to fly. But here's the twist. Disability benefits can be garnished for child support. Yep, you heard that right. Texas law doesn't play around when it comes to making sure a parent contributes, even if they're on disability.
You are aware, though, that in the state of Texas, you can be ordered to pay child support and the money comes directly out of your disability check.
I did not know that, Yana.
Yes, that's why you're here today, for me to inform you of that.
But I don't think that's right. Because
wait a minute, ma'am. But you think it's right for him to pay all of the expenses for the child every month?
Yeah, I know.
You answer my question. Do you think that's right?
No, Yana, but he's doing this because I stopped messing with him. I go over.
What do you mean by stop messing with him?
I still go over to his house and we still mess around. And I just decided to cut it off because my leg has been killing me.
I mean, it don't make no sense you bringing that up here.
Well, you trying to bring me to court. You should have thought about that.
You all will address me.
Sorry, Yana.
You will not address each other.
I'm sorry, Yana.
You all's rendezvous, that has nothing to do with this court proceeding and why we're here, okay? We're here to talk about money. Ma'am, that is a different court, okay? That's not, we're in support court. We're talking about child support here.
Okay.
And according to what has been presented to me so far, the child lives with Mr. Brooks, is that correct?
I would really say us, but he lives in his home, yes.
The child lives with Mr. Brooks, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Brooks, you are not receiving any type of child support, is that correct?
I'm receiving nothing from her at all.
Okay.
Nothing?
Ma'am, how many children do you have?
I have one with him, and then I have two others.
She admitted that this court case might be more about their relationship than child support. This is the moment where the case takes a left turn, from a financial dispute to personal drama. And let's be honest, this is where things usually get messy. If you've ever heard of a revenge filing, this might be a prime example.
Okay, so you have a total of 3. And how much money do you make a year?
Well, I don't make any now since I hurt my leg off the pole.
What pole are you referring to? Did you run into a pole?
No, ma'am. I was working at Dallas Gentleman's, and he knows that. And he knows that's why I hurt my leg. And so he's been helping me.
Wait a minute. What is Dallas Gentleman's?
A strip club.
So you were working in the strip club, so you got injured on that pole.
On that pole, and he knows it. And he forced me to work there.
And you're collecting a disability check from falling off the stripper pole.
Off the stripper pole.
Okay, that's the first.
But that's why we don't have a relationship now.
But that's not what you said.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
We just heard the words off the pole. And if you're wondering, Did she really just say what I think she said? Yes, she did. This is definitely a first for many of us. The irony here is hard to miss. The judge is about to rule that her previous income from working at a strip club might actually factor into her child support obligation. If she was making $65,000 a year before, the court is going to ask the obvious question: where did all that money go?
What do you mean by that's why you all don't have a relationship now?
Because she's spending all her time up there working on the pole for money, but this is money that she...
But you know what, sir? And you may not necessarily agree with her choice of work, but she is making some type of money. And ma'am, you are going to pay child support.
How much?
You're going to pay child support. How much were you working when you were on the pole?
How much I was getting?
Yes.
I mean, I was getting close to about a night or a year.
Based on the documents that you turned in with your 1099s, you were making about $65,000 a year. What?
He knew.
These documents are accurate, correct?
They're pretty much accurate.
Even whether he knew or not, you are making money and you're not supporting.
I am supporting, but I will say he does a lot. He does most of it because I am hurt and he knows that. So he's been pretty nice about that until now.
What do you mean he's been pretty nice until now?
I mean, until now, like I guess since I was, unfortunately still letting him, come over and have rendezvous.
You will have your opportunity to speak. Let her speak.
Thank you.
And I do not need you to echo me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, address me. What were you saying?
We would have our rendezvous, and he was fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. We've been doing this for 5 years. 5 years. He knows I've been stripping. And all of a sudden, he wants to pull me into court now because I stopped last week. So all of a sudden, now we're on the court docket to come into court because you want child support because I stopped giving it up.
You really need to address me as I've asked you.
Sorry,
I've asked you that.
I do apologize.
More than once.
I do apologize.
Don't apologize. Just do it. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Your testimony is conflicting with the documents that you provided to the court ahead of time.
The judge drops the bomb. She's been making $65,000 a year, but somehow she's contributing $20 every 2 weeks. That's $10 a week. I don't care if you're raising a goldfish. $10 a week is not enough for a child. You can hear the disbelief in the courtroom.
You testified that you have 3 children and 1 child between the two of you, but according to your paperwork, you have a 4th child.
What?
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't know she had another child?
Your Honor, I had no clue.
You were not going to tell this man that you have another child? Your child has another sibling. You don't believe that's important?
It's more than a sibling, but it's someone he knows, so I just don't think it's important for him to know.
I am not about to play these games with you. You save those games for your old job on the pole, okay? This is a serious matter. You need to be paying child support to this man, okay? Now, based on, you said you received disability, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you receive in disability a month?
Only $1,200.
Only? He's not getting anything from you. What do you mean only?
He's getting a lot from me, but okay.
Financially, he's not getting anything from you to support this child, correct?
The judge drops the bomb. She's been making $65,000 a year, but somehow she's only contributing $20 every 2 weeks. That's just $10 a week. Let's be real. $10 a week isn't enough to raise anything. Not even a goldfish, let alone a child. You can hear the disbelief ripple through the courtroom. It's clear no one is buying the excuse.